like yesterday, I saw all of you at Peter Pan. So thank you again for supporting theater here at Oak Park. Just a little bit about Peter Pan. It was a very big success. It was the highest attended performance that Oak Park has ever done. We got tons of compliments, and thank you to families and to friends for coming and supporting the students. I know this show was different than our past ones that we've done in the past, and but again, it was an amazing experience. So we're kind of going more back to normal next year, having our show around Christmas time, but this was a lot of fun. So thank you very much for all your support. So today is a little bit different though. Today is our evening of scenes. And so for the drama students from grade 9s to 12, they will be performing what would be considered their midterm exam. So the part of performing in the performing arts is being in front of an audience, right? And having that live experience. So you're participating in an exam today. Isn't that fun? So, yeah. Well, and so, cheer, clap, whatever you want to do to support the kids is fantastic. But not to worry. They're practiced, they're rehearsed, they know what they're doing, and it should be a good time. So, and that's part of what we try and teach here at Oak Park when it comes to all of our fine arts, is that this is an expression. We do want the students to have fun as well as experience all the different skills every fine art will actually help them build. So, so tonight you're going to see a various number of scenes, and if you check your program, we included this time a bit of a blurb because these kids have collected such an eclectic grouping of scenes. They're from TV, they're from movies, they're from anime, they're from all over the place. And we don't expect you to necessarily know the context for every single one. Okay? So hopefully the little description will give you a bit of a hint of where the student is coming from. Just a couple of small things. There may be the odd bad word, so just as a bit of a warning. We like to have an authentic experience because those words are used in the scene for a particular reason, and so we want to keep things pure. Your students have chosen these scenes. I have not chosen them for them. This is how they choose to express themselves. Secondly, there is a couple of scenes with some gunshots, so just a bit of a heads up here. I think our hosts listed which scenes or sections there might be one to remind you, just we don't want to startle anybody. And near the end of the show, there's even one with a pretty serious scream. So, again, we're not looking to startle anybody, but just a bit of a heads up in that regard. We are going to keep the house lights up pretty high today. So if you do need to exit for whatever reason, if you could go this way, okay, that would be great. The bathrooms are just around the corner for the men, and just continually down the corner, around the corner there for the ladies, okay? There is no intermission today. Hopefully we can bang this out in about an hour and 15 minutes. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the show. I now will give you Mason and Kara.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Should we get this started right now?
I think we should. Let's just get it over with.
I'm Mason, M-A-Y-S-O-N. Don't ever forget the Y.
I'm Karen Tyson. That's it.
Alright. So, we just want to remind you guys, no phones when you're watching this. You don't want to make a loud noise while people are performing.
And we also want to give a thanks to the Oak Park Tech Committee, the custodians, Oak Park administration, and of course all of you for coming here today.
And the students who have put their time and effort into all these scenes.
Of course. So as Mr. A explained, there are some scenes that have guns and shouting and just other sort of
screams,
loud noises.
Screams.
So if you guys have any issues with that, we'll give you a bit of a warning before you have to hear that.
Well, let's start this thing then.
Yeah, so tonight you'll hear various scenes and monologues from different classes, like the grade 9s and 10s drama class.
Grade 11 and 12 drama class.
And the theater practicum.
Ooh, theater. Okay, so for our first scene, we're gonna take it down south, alrighty? We're gonna go with Vanessa Snyder, Haley Coots, and Maddie Klimek with Juliana LaRue. This is Jasper and Candy. University can be stressful. And then we're gonna take it back up north with Nevaeh Duda, grade 11, played by, it's called I Prayed for You to Die. It's about Allie talking about her feelings to Noah.
Then we have Marin McKee doing a monologue called They Are Not Called Cages. And it is Kelly is frustrated in front of her employer. And then we have Maddie Klimek, who's doing Planet, and it is a serious phone call. So let's get this started then.
Hope you enjoy.
Hey Jasper.
Jasper! Oh, hi, baby. I didn't see you come in. How'd you do on your anatomy exam? Did you ace it?
I don't know, he hasn't posted the scores yet.
Well, how do you think you did? Huh, baby? I can't hear you. You think you passed me to be or what?
Jasper! Can't you put that stupid game down a minute and talk to me instead of the TV screen? Bye, Andy and Vince.
See you guys. Hey, talk to me. What happened?
Nothing happened. I just took the test, that's all. Maxwell likes to take his time getting the grades up. It's like he's into this whole torture thing or something. You know, sometimes I think he wishes he could post the guys' grades early so that they get lost and keep the girls hanging around their office waiting for theirs. He's such a jerk.
I thought you liked Maxwell.
No, you're right, I do. I'm just stressed, that's all. I'm having to work my butt off to keep a B. I haven't made below that yet, but I don't want this class to be the first.
Oh, poor baby.
Stop it, Jasper. Don't patronize me.
Baby, I'm not.
And I'm not a baby.
I just wanted to
You sit here with your boys and play that stupid dance boogie.
just dance.
Whatever. You sit there like a little kid while I'm out there working my butt off, and then you get in there and ace tests in classes that I can't even spell, and then you sit there all smug like it's no big deal, and here I am all crying, worked up, yelling at you.
It's okay, baby.
No, it's not okay. This is not okay. I look around me and everyone's having fun. I'm not having fun. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Look, I mean, you're right. Stuff does come a lot easier for me than some people, but look at you. You can sing and act and draw and paint. You're an artist. I can't even draw a stick figure.
Jasper, I appreciate what you're doing, but that's not the point. The point is, I don't like college. I'm not even sure this is what I want to do anymore. Every time I have to miss a party to go study or miss a date to go to the library, I think, this isn't what I signed up for. I just want to paint.
Well, maybe we could take a semester
I
off.
don't need you to do anything just because I'm losing it. This is my battle, not yours.
Look, I mean, the truth is, I'm not sure this is where I want to be anymore anyways. I mean, my grades are good, but they're not great. They're not good enough to get me into law school anyway.
This is all you've ever wanted to.
It's not all I've ever wanted. There's something else. I'd like to be a teacher.
A teacher, you?
Yeah, me, a teacher. High school, political science maybe, or geography. Maybe I'd even become a principal. What about you?
What about me?
I mean, if you leave here, what will you do?
I don't know. For the first time in my life, I don't have a plan. Who knows, maybe I'll just paint. Look, I'm really sorry
What?
for taking all this out on you. I guess I'm just a little jealous that you can have friends and have fun, and I just miss that.
Hey, I have an idea. Let's stroll on down to Maxwell's office and see if the old bugger is through with his torture of beautiful, hard-working college girls. I'll pin him down and you can drip water on his forehead until he gives up the scores.
I have a better idea. Let's walk down to the Frosty Q and make ourselves sick on banana splits. Then we can come back here and play that boogie dance?
Just dance. The game is
Whatever.
called-
You know, you get too worked up over the little details. You need to let loose and learn how to have fun.
Well,
I guess we'll get going now.
I prayed for you to die. During the war, I really did. Well, not die. I would have felt terrible if you died. You see, I just wanted you to kind of not be alive anymore. I couldn't bear the thought of us never being together again, or you're being with someone else, which is why I should go now, right? Oh God. You know what? I am so confused. For so many years, no matter what I did, I couldn't get you out of my mind. And then I met Loon, and he's really great. I told him I'd marry him, and I want to marry him. But then I saw your picture in the paper, and I realized I couldn't marry him until I saw you again. And now here I am. And all of my adolescent feelings have come back. And all I want to do is just roll under a rock and just stay there for the rest of my life. So what do? Just leave and forget everything and just pretend like nothing happened and pretend I didn't make a total mess? Or do I stay and enjoy whatever time I've got left? You tell me. What do I do?
Look, they haven't been called cages in like a century. My brief marriage, now that was a cage. I have a question for you. You're some random guy from the city. No one in the zoo community has ever heard of you. You know nothing about animals and you've just moved into a dump. I mean, what kind of normal guy just ups and buys a place like this? Especially one with kids. Why? You have no idea what we've been dealing with here. We used to have 3 times the staff, and they all quit. I'm 28. I never go out. I'm here every day. I get texts from my girlfriends. They're out living their lives, meeting guys named Brett, and I'm here shoveling shit. Bare shit. I'm pathetic. I had to move back in with my mother. No one gets paid, Benjamin. We need someone who can really take charge of this place, or else we and all the animals are gone.
Are you honestly and truly going to prom with Katrina DeVore? Leah just said that you were. Your mom must be pretty stoked that you're not taking me. Mad? I'm not mad. I'm in a great mood. I mean, despite the fact I'm in a fat suit that I can't take off, and despite the fact that everybody's talking about me behind my back, and despite the fact that your little girlfriend gave me the stink eye in art class yesterday. Will you just take Soupy Sales to prom? I can think of so many cooler things to do that night. Like, you know what, Bleak? I might pumice my feet. Maybe go to the Brentstone Unitarian Church. Maybe get hit by a truck full of hot garbage juice. Because all of those things would be exponentially cooler than going to prom with you. Why? Because I got bored and had sex with you and didn't want to, marry you? I still have your virginity. What, are you ashamed we did it? Because at least you don't have the evidence under your shirt. I am a planet.
All right, those were interesting. All right, so up next we have Chris Wilson doing a monologue from The Dark Knight Rises, followed by Vanessa Snyder, who's doing Joan of Arc, when Joan is talking to her accusers.
Then we have Sullivan Unger and Avery Martins, who are doing a scene called The Gun, disagreement between murderers. Just to be warned, there is a gunshot. And Lyd Taves and Holly Deacon, who are both in grade 10, and they're doing a scene called Rigged from the Beginning. A man slowly loses his mind over the fact that a game was rigged.
All right, we hope you enjoy.
Ah! You think the darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I did not see the light until I was already a man. By then, it was nothing but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. I will show you where I have made my home. And then, whilst preparing to bring justice, I will break you. Your precious armory. Gratefully accepted. We will need it. Ah! I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit or your body?
Yes, they told me you were fools, and I was not to listen to your kind words nor trust your charity. You promised me my life, but you lied. You think that life is nothing but not being stone dead. It is not the bread and the water I fear. I can live off bread. When have I ever asked for more? It is no hardship to drink water if the water be clean. Bread has no sorrow for me and water no affliction. But to keep me from the light and the sky and the fields and the flowers, to chain my feet so I can never again ride with the soldiers nor climb the hills, to make me breathe the foul, damp darkness and keep me from everything that brings me back to the love of God, when your wickedness and foolishness tempt me to hate him. All this is worse than the furnace in the Bible that was heated 7 times. Now I could drag about in a skirt. I could let all the banners and the trumpets and the knights and the soldiers pass me by as they leap behind the other woman. Only if I could still hear the wind through the trees, the larks in the sunshine, the baby lambs crying through the healthy frost, and the blessed, blessed church bells that bring me my angel voices through the wind. But without these things, I cannot live. And by your wanting to take them away from me, or from any human creature, I know your counsel is of the devil, and mine is of God.
Hey, Alex, why is the gun still here? What did you do? What exactly did you do? No, don't tell me. Not with a gun lying on the table and me angry. I can't have a second body on my hands. We had a deal, Alex. You lure Johnston here, get him talking, and I shoot him. That worked just fine. Then I dump the body, you dump the gun, and everything else. We don't tell each other where, and we all live happily ever after. One and done. A nice, clean kill, with no strings attached. And now, you messed it up. You messed it up, Alex! Is it really that hard to dump a gun in a trash can or a river or whatever you were gonna do?
Well, I was going to, but then Maria, the Johnston's neighbor, she came to see what all the fuss was about.
I see. You're telling me you let an ugly old bat get in your way. I should have known.
No, I pulled the gun on her and I got her to come inside and tie herself up in the bathroom upstairs. I was just about to...
To what? Go upstairs and ask your teddy bear what to do? And instead of following through on the plan, you decided to sit around chewing your fingernails? You know what? I never should have trusted you. You're a coward and an idiot!
Just walk away, Mike. Just turn around and walk out that door and I won't pull this trigger. Don't! I'll do it. I'll shoot.
No, you won't. You never could, Alex. You're afraid of your own shadow. You don't even know how to use a gun. You're too afraid of life to fight back!
I'd rather live as a coward than as a killer.
And you'll die like one, too.
I know what's going on here, okay? I do. And if you want me to wander backstage and spill the beans, it won't happen. These two, they're in the loop. They're in the loop. I'm not in the loop. And if we would check my point total score here, I don't even need to step to the front to see what it is. It's a big old goose egg, gang. A fat 0. You'd think. Hello, little late addition to the numerical system brought to us by our friends in Arabia. That's just a little tidbit of information I know about the history of numbers. A little tidbit of trivia that would serve me well in most games like this. Unless the game had been rigged from the beginning!
Whoa, man.
Whoa, man! I've only just begun to pull the thread on this sweater. You'd think, in a game where there are only 2 possible answers, that one would stumble into the right answer. In fact, the probability of never guessing right is a statistical wonder. What does this mean? Introduced to the top of the game as a champion. Icarus, flying too close to the sun? But it seems our little master crafter, Daedalus over here, had a pair of wax wings of his own. He wanted to see his son fall. And oh, how far he did fall! Well, I'm not having this. I solved your labyrinth, puzzle master. The Minotaurs escaped, and you're gonna get the horns, buddy! I cannot win! Woo!
Yeah, that was pretty bananas. Anyways, up next we have Yuting Xiao and Simon Reed, who are both in grade 9, doing a scene called The Producers. 2 shady theatrical producers figure out a plan. And then up after that we have Vanessa Snyder and Haley Coots, who are both in grade 12, doing Batman. Be warned, there are some screams.
After them, we have Alyssa Van Leuven and Kiera Burgess, who are both in grade 10, doing Jason's Confession, where Jason gets interrogated by Nick, a compassionate young cop, for his brother's misdoings. After them, we have Rafa Morales, Naomi Kapinpin, and Avery Martins, Killian Halderson, and Maddie Klimek, Julia Leroux, who are all in grade 11, doing The Crows, who are the criminals negotiating for their escape.
Hope you enjoy.
May I speak to you a minute?
Go, you have 58 minutes. 58 seconds, actually.
Well, okay, I was looking through the books of your last play.
48 seconds left, hurry.
Okay, well, I just glanced at
28 seconds left, you're running out of time. Tick tock, tick tock, tick
Mr.
tock.
Bielstock! I cannot function under these conditions. You're making me extremely nervous.
What is that, a handkerchief?
It's nothing, it's nothing.
It's nothing, then what can I say?
Ah! My blue blanket! Give me my blue blanket! Oh, you didn't know you!
Don't panic. Don't panic.
I don't like people touching my blue blanket. It's not a problem, it's a minor compulsion. I can deal with it if I want to. It's just that I've had it since I was a baby and I find it very comforting. And Mr. Bielstock, I've noticed a serious error in the accounting of your last play.
What, where?
Well, you see, according to the backers list, you raised $60,000 to produce your last play. But it only cost you $58,000. That's $2,000 unaccounted for.
I went to a Turkish bath. Who cares? The play was a flop. What difference does it make?
What difference does it make? That's fraud. You could go to prison if they found out.
Who's gonna find out? It's $2,000, Bloom. Do me a favor. Move a few decimal points around. You can do it, Bloom. You're a wizard. You're in a noble profession. Your count as part of your title.
That's cheating!
It's not cheating. Look at me, Bloom. Bloom, I'm drowning. I'm going under. Other men sail through life. Bielstock has struck a reef. I'm going under, Bloom. I'm being sunk by a society that demands success when all it can offer is failure. I'm reaching out to you, Bloom. Help me. Don't let me go to prison. Help me, Bloom. Help me. Help me.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
I knew I could con you.
That's all right. Wait, what?
It's nothing. Just do it.
Right. Let's see. $2,000.
It's $2,000.
Well, that isn't much. I'm sure I can hide it somewhere. After all, the Internal Revenue Service isn't interested in a play that flopped.
All right, good thinking. I'm gonna take a nap. Just wake me up if there's fire.
Right. Let's see. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Under the right circumstances, a producer could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit. Yes, it's quite possible, but if a man were sure that the play would fail, he could make a fortune.
Yes?
Yes, what?
You were saying, keep going.
What was I saying?
You were saying that under the right circumstances, a man could make more money with a flop than he could with a hit.
Well, yes, it's quite possible.
You keep saying that, but you don't tell me how. How can a producer make more money with a flop than he could with a hit?
Well, it's simply a matter of creative accounting. Let's just say, for the moment, you're a dishonest man.
Sim away.
It's very easy. You raise more money than you need.
What do you mean?
Well, you did it with your last play, only on a very small scale.
What did I do?
You raised $2,000 more than you needed.
But where did that get me? I'm wearing a crappy belt.
That's where you made your mistake. You see, you could have raised $1 million. You know, put on a $60,000 flop and then kept the rest.
What if the play was a hit?
Well, see, that's where you go to jail. Because once the play's a hit, you have to pay off all the backers. And with so many backers, there's never going to be enough profits to go around. Get it?
Right. So in order for the scheme to work, we have to find a surefire flop.
What scheme?
You're a scheme, you bloody little genius.
I meant no scheme. I merely post a little academic accounting theory. It was just a thought.
When the world turned on such thoughts. Darling Bloom, glorious Bloom, it's so simple. Step 1, we find the worst play in the world, a surefire flop. Step 2, we raise $1 million. There's lots of old ladies in the world. Step 3, you go back to work on the books, phony list of backers, one for us, one for the government. Step 4, we open on Broadway. And before we can say step 5, we close on Broadway. Step 6, we take our $1 million and fly to Rio de Janeiro.
You don't understand. I'm an honest man.
No, Bloom, you don't understand. This is fate. This is destiny. This is kismet. There's no avoiding it.
Mr. Bialstock, no more than 5 minutes ago, I doctored your books. That, sir, is the ultimate extent of my criminal life.
I want my money.
Ah! I fell on my keys!
You miserable, cowardly, wretched little caterpillar. Don't you ever want to become a butterfly? Don't you ever want to spread your wings and flap your way to glory?
You're gonna jump on me!
What?
You're gonna jump on me! I know you're gonna jump on me!
What?
Like Nero jumped on Pompeia!
Who?
Pompeia! She was his wife, and she was unfaithful to him, so he jumped up and down until he squashed her like a bug! Please don't jump on me!
I'm not gonna jump on you! You gotta hold yourself!
Don't touch me! Get away!
Where should I go?
Just go over there, you frighten me!
I'm over here. Is that better?
Yeah, that's better, but you still look angry at me.
How's this?
That's much better. Yes. I think I'm coming out of it now. Thank you for smiling.
You know what they say, smile and the world smiles with you. This man should be in a straitjacket. Who's my good little accountant?
I am.
Who's my good little accountant?
I am.
Feeling better?
Oh, much. Thank you. What do you want from me?
Want? If only you knew how long I've waited for this day, for this moment. I've been invisible my whole life. They'll remember me now, won't they? They'll remember both of us. Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne. You know, I was there that day, the day the great Thomas Wayne announced he was running for mayor. Made all those promises. A week later, he was dead and everyone forgot about us. All they could care about was poor Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne, the orphan. Orphan. Living in some tower over the park isn't being an orphan. Looking down at us with all that money. Don't tell me you know what it means to be an orphan. 30 kids to a room, 12 years old and already a drop head, numbing the pain. You wake up screaming with the rats chewing at your fingers, and every winter a baby dies because it's so cold. But oh no, let's focus on the billionaire with the lying dead daddy, because at least money makes it go down easier, doesn't it? Bruce Wayne. He's the only one we didn't get. But we got the rest of them, didn't we? All those sick, sleazy, phony pricks. God, your mask is amazing. I wish you could have seen me in mine. You know, it's funny. All everyone wants to do is unmask you, but they're missing the point. You and I both know I'm looking at the real you right now. You know, my mask allowed me to be myself. No limits, no hesitation.
Why did you write me?
What do you mean?
All those cards?
I told you you're a part of this. We've been doing this together.
We didn't do anything together.
What did we just do? I asked you to bring him to light, and you did just that. We make such a good team.
You're not a team.
I couldn't get him out of there. I'm not. My strength isn't physical. It's up here. I mean, I had all the pieces, all the answers, but I didn't know how to make them listen, and you gave me that.
I gave you nothing.
You showed me it was possible. You showed me all it takes is a little fear and focused violence. You inspired me.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
No! You're pathetic. How can you say that?
You think you're
No!
remembered? You're a pathetic
No!
psychopath.
No! This wasn't how it was supposed to go! I had it all planned out. We were going to be safe here where we could watch the whole thing go down together.
Watch what?
Everything. But guess it won't be happening now, will it? Oh. You really don't know anything. Oh. You're not as smart as I thought you were. I guess I gave you too much credit.
What have you done?
Oh, Batman. What's black and blue and dead all over? You! If you think you can stop what's happening! What have you done?
Please give me some good news.
That limp will go away in about a week.
Lots of bombs for radio control detonated by was flying that mall airplane around.
Better news is Greg managed to get a printout of it. Came back to an Alex McCann, age 21. Went through foster care, ordered in the system for B&E, couple of petties, no known address, but...
We have a McCann in custody. A Jason McCann.
Yeah, it was one of the kids I processed, 16 years old.
Could be a younger brother, certainly old enough to be involved.
Well, the owner of Hank's Hobby Shops said that the kid bought the model airplane and bombed the funeral. Fit Jason's description. So
let me get my hooks into him.
He's not gonna talk to you.
You gonna tell me how to do my job again? Well, no, that turned out last time, right?
I'm gonna tell you not to blow this.
In case you haven't noticed, it's already blown.
okay, let me go.
What are you gonna do? Give the kid a lollipop?
It's the least I could do after Officer Clark. I mean, I don't have that much, don't I?
gun, your vest, your badge. What, do you have work or something?
I only wear a vest when I'm out in the field. Can't have my gun on me for safety reasons. Yours, not mine. And I'm not a cop, so I don't have a badge, just an ID.
So resent authority, the law, everything I hate. Just like you probably hate me and my friend.
No, what I hate's got nothing to do with you, kid. You know what I hate? It's kind of eating me alive.
What?
An officer lost his life on my watch. And he had a wife and 2 young boys about your age. I went to the funeral to pay my respects, and they asked me to leave. I hated that, you know?
Not really. I never really had family like that.
But that's why I got in law enforcement. So I'm trying to help people. Help people like you. So you need to help me here. Do you have a younger brother named Alex?
Yeah?
Well, you need to tell me where he is, because if you really love him, you'll help me.
I really don't want to.
Not if I can help it.
I didn't have anything to do with the bombs. I swear. I just bought the model airplane.
I believe you, but what's the deal with your brother?
When the cops arrested Ralph, Alex snapped. Ralph was like a father to us, a decent man, always there. And the cops treated him like a lowlife, like down on the floor.
So your brother's waging war against the entire Las Vegas Police Department, all because of the way Ralph was treated?
It's not that simple. You couldn't possibly understand. He told me he was just gonna scare the cops, aggravate them for what they did to Ralph, not blow them up. All I said when I bought the plane.
Okay. Look, all you're guilty of right now is buying a model airplane. And last time I checked, that isn't exactly a crime. But it is a crime to go around building bombs, trying to kill people, like your brother's doing. So you need to tell me where he is, Jason.
I can't.
Why not?
I just can't.
Look, you need to tell me where he is before more people get hurt. So where is he?
If I tell you where he is, no one else will get hurt?
Yeah.
Including my brother?
I can't promise that. But I do promise that I'll try to do the best to protect the citizens of this city.
He's got a house. He hides out there sometimes.
Where?
I can't betray my only family left. Now that Ralph's gone, he's all I got.
You're not betraying him. You're saving him.
It's an old Henderson on
Landon, good man.
Please don't hurt him. And you better hurry. This show the funeral was fireworks compared to what's coming.
What's the code? What's all of this then?
Somebody paid good money to talk to you two.
Criminals. Dreesen. 10 minutes alone. So, what happened?
We've been framed for murder.
Not that. Where is Alina Starkov? We don't have her. Obviously. You left with an advance on my Million Kruga, passage on my ship, in return for the Sun Summoner, and yet you return with no such person in your possession. You must have something of value to me, or else you wouldn't
It
have
wasn't
dared.
your money, Dreesen. You were brought in as an intermediary, someone to hire the likes of us. But this operation wasn't yours. It was his, wasn't it?
Outrageous.
Yes, very convincing. Thank you, Dreesen, but I'll be taking it from here. That was me politely telling you to get out. Go on. Well, that makes this much easier. Tell me, what gave it away?
You dressed too well for a bodyguard. And you were hanging on every word like it was your money on the table. You wanted to hear our story, but we don't know you. We know him. So my question is, who are you?
What? You don't know me? Maybe in profile. What? No? Very well. The name's Sturmhond.
I've heard of you.
Yes, I should hope so.
Very rich pirate.
A privateer, actually. It's a very important distinction.
The question remains, why is the Sun Summoner so important to a privateer?
You may not be aware, but the whole world is looking for her, or even just confirmation of death. And not to mention, the reward's gone up. 20 million to hand her over to Fjorda. Turns out they weren't particularly pleased with Kiergan and the Sun Summoner's plan to weaponize the fold.
Alina never heard. You were saying
You're on first name terms. Where is she?
we don't know where Alina is. She's gone.
Escaped? I know you've already gotten yourselves out of those cuffs. And if I had more time, I'd insist on you telling me how. My intel informs me that the Sun Summoner was wearing this when she entered the fold. It's a part of the Queen's collection. A well-known piece, the famous Garnets of Yvette's. So, either she used this to pay you off to keep quiet about where she was going, or you found her bloody corpse and stole it off of her neck like vultures.
How dare you? How even? We're not vultures, we're crows. That makes more sense with context, but my point is, we're not grave robbers.
So it was a payoff. Now if you tell me, I'll give you 20 seconds here alone before the bodyguards come back in.
You can't bribe us.
Leave the necklace. Give us 20 seconds and I'll tell you.
Cass,
The bribe she paid you to keep quiet about her next move, in exchange for her next move. I like it. Though, there is still the whole mess about having to fence royal jewels.
Cass,
You both stepped off the Edom tonight. Was she with you then? Is she in town somewhere?
Stayed on the ship to Novi Zem.
Good luck, gentlemen.
any help with these? And Alina, you were so quick to spill the beans. Cass! She's got a day ahead, and he's a pirate. We should warn her.
How? And where do you intend to post a warning? She could be anywhere by now. We have enough on our plate here. Speaking of, shouldn't you be concentrating?
Right now we have Jesse Menick and Sam Stark, who are both in grade 9, doing a little something. which is two business people get distracted during a meeting. After them, we have Karen Stovold, Valentina Lacunza Garcia, and Lila Wall, who are also all in grade 9 doing Over the Edge, which is 3 friends try and solve a big problem.
And after that, we have Lid, Killian, and Holly Deacon. Who are in grade 10, and Killian is in grade 11. They're doing a scene called Interrogation of a Monster. Detective interviews a slaughter, crazed, and mortal. Whoa. And then after that, we have Cassidy Shaw and, TJ Chokin and Eric Chabot, who are both in grade 9, and they're doing a scene from The Other Guys. 2 policemen have a disagreement.
This green line represents our product, and the other green lines represent our competitor's product. So basically, we have a case of.
The lines are kind of hard to read because they're all the same color. But what I would have done is use different colors for different lines. It'd be a lot easier to read.
Oh, jeez. Gosh, jeez. Don, this is why you're sitting in the big, comfy chair.
But you work hard here, make somebody else feel like a student. Now, I tell you one thing. These guys come in here, don't even show them the graph. They won't understand. What you got to do is... you got your Kleenex?
No.
Fine. These guys are brass, man. They're old brass, but they're not tarnished. They're not stupid. What you got to do is...
You know, I hate to interrupt you, but you have a piece of food right there on your lip.
Huh. These brass... the whole thing is...
You know, I hate to interrupt you again, but the food is still there.
What?
Well, the crumb is still there, you see. Right there on your upper lip. You missed it.
Yeah. These mustaches, man. One moment, go crazy from...
It's still there.
Good gap.
Nope.
These guys from the east, you know.
Afraid not. It's still there.
No. Yeah.
Don, it's still there.
What?
Oh, look, there it is. Did you get it?
Down here.
Oh, yeah, you got it. It's still there.
Oh.
Don, it's above your waist.
What?
It's a piece of food right there on your upper lip.
What? Where?
Don, let me show you, okay? Right here. Your upper lip. Don, no. Don. Don. You know, a piece of food. Like,
Can you get it?
you got it, Don.
That's what I thought. So when these guys get in here, first thing you gotta do
Don,
is...
you have a little something on your shirt.
Where?
Right there.
is it stopped?
I don't know. It has to fall. How does a 2-ton SUV not fall?
Did you leave the emergency brake on?
What does that have to do with anything?
This can't be happening. It has to fall. It's supposed to tumble and then burst into flames.
I want to see it burst into flames.
Wait, it's starting to move again.
And it stops. Damn. What are we going to do?
Somebody's got to go down there.
I know. Why don't we grab that rock in there and try to and throw it down on top of it? Maybe that'll get it moving again.
Good idea.
This is way too heavy. We'll have to try something else.
You've got to go down there.
Why me?
You're the athletic one.
What if I can't get back up?
Well, don't we have a rope around here somewhere? Yeah, in the SUV.
I know. We can create a rope by tying our pants together.
What? It's at least 30 feet down. We don't have enough pants for that.
Guys? I think I see him moving.
What?
Shoot, he's alive.
I thought you said he was dead.
Well, he had no pulse. Maybe his heart just stopped for a moment.
You're a freaking nurse, Mary. Can't you tell when a man is dead?
You see
He's
that?
waking up. What do we do?
We run? What? When he gets up here, he'll go to the police.
We're screwed.
Guys, okay, how about when he gets back up here, we push him over again?
Yeah, then we can deal with the SUV. It looked like he was thrown from the car.
Yes. Yes, he's gone!
Oh, shoot! I left my purse in the SUV.
Recording starts 14:32. Good morning, Johnny.
Already? Where do the nights go?
In your case, the headlines. We're still trying to find all the bodies.
I counted 36, but I had a lot to drink, so I could be wrong. Speaking of which, do you mind if I smoke?
How do you intend on doing that with handcuffs? No. I really should put them back on you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm not planning on escaping just yet, Dan. I've had my fun for now.
That's one way to put it. You're a monster.
Quite literally, yes.
But for the same reason we can't execute you.
It just doesn't work. I even tried it myself a couple of times. I once tried to use the gravity of a singularity, ripped the mechanical piece of crap out of my chest. Nothing.
You know, I think after the first couple times, you're just doing it for fun.
Fun. That's a motivation I can respect.
Is that what you call it? Fun.
Live long enough and you will too.
You're insane.
No. They discovered that in my psych evaluation about 25 years ago now? Oh, probably even before your time. It's why I'm your responsibility and the boys in gray rather than the loony bin doctors.
How can your actions possibly be the same?
Well, when you're waiting for something, a ship, a trainer, what is it you have here? Those maglev things? Well, when you're waiting for them, what do?
Well,
You find ways to amuse yourself. And there's only so many books a man can read, Danny.
So this is why you've been doing it. You've been ruining people's lives for the past 30 years. I mean, in your case file, I have rampages, breakout schemes, and that's only the last decade.
Yeah, they are a bit late.
So this is why you've been doing it. This is why you've been murdering and harassing the people of Metropolis City for years.
Not harassment.
You're right on that. You have literally every crime in the book in your case file, yet no harassment charges. Why?
I mean, I may be a monster, but I'm not a jerk.
And you're clearly happy killing women.
And men, and all points in between.
And children!
Now that's where your file's a bit lackey. You see, what it fails to point out is I kill annoying children. Like little Jimmy, he really had it coming to him. Anyways, most children are much more fun alive than they are dead.
Right, like the time that you broke in to the children's ward at the Metropolis Hospital and read ghost stories to children?
And none of them died. Well, not because of me. It is a hospital, after all.
That doesn't make you a good person.
And I'd shoot anyone who said it did. I mean, I'd probably shoot them anyway. Is this interview going to be much longer? There's a lot less beating in this than most of yours, but you do go on.
I wanted to try and figure out why you do it all.
You mean what I hope to gain from it? You know, every time I'm hunted down and caught by that rogue cop of yours, what does he call himself? The Whimper? The Whisker?
The Whisper.
Right, he must be getting on a bit now. It was about 2 decades ago I killed his entire family.
He still manages to catch you every time.
Not until I've had my fun. It's not much different to calling a taxi.
Tax didn't beat you to a pulp.
Precisely why I avoid them. So, what will it be this time, detective? Seal me in cement? Bury me at sea? Chop off all my limbs? I thought that one was very creative.
My superiors have decided to...
What was that? You know what?
Did you hear that?
I think that's my ride!
Oh my god! No, don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Just shoot him, you piece of brass.
What?
You won't say anything?
No, I promise.
Just shoot him already. Oh my gosh. There you are. You were supposed to pick me up decades ago. I thought the doc made you out of the clock.
Quit your whining. Remember the time you left me in the sun for almost a century?
I was busy.
You were drunk. Just consider us even.
Silence. Is that thing salute?
Tough bastard. Okay, let's go.
Fine.
Can you stop humming that sound?
I can hum if I want to.
I know you can, but I'm asking you to.
I mean, if you're asking, then I'll stop.
Thank you. Okay, can you not smile like that either?
Now you're asking me to hide my emotions because you feel uncomfortable. That I won't do.
Okay, stop humming. I don't care wherever you were transferred from, accounting, whatever, but stop it.
Accounting? Forensics accounting, okay? And it's a very important part of the job.
Yeah, whatever. Just stop being so overly happy about doing crap work, you moron. I'm gonna grab a coffee, I can tell you.
I just did? I walked out that door, saw a couple of detectives, and I was about to start bad-mouthing you behind your back. But I stopped myself because my pop told me that a man who talks behind another guy's back is a coward.
Thank you for that.
Good, because I'm gonna tell it directly to your face.
You don't
No.
have to.
I don't like you. In fact, I think you're a fake cop. The sound of your piss hitting the urinal, it sounds feminine. And if we're in the wild, I would hunt you down. Even if you weren't in my food chain, I'll go out of my way to attack you. If I were a lion and you were a tuna, I'll swim out to the middle of the ocean to freaking eat you, and then I'll bang your tuna girlfriend afterwards.
First off, lions don't like water. Secondly, you find yourself in the middle of the ocean, 20 high-foot waves coming up against an 800-pound tuna with my 20 or so friends. I'd win that battle 9 times out of 10. And guess what? We just got ourselves a taste of lion. We've talked, we've communicated.
Yeah.
And now we want lion. We develop a system to establish a beachhead and hunt you and your family to extinction. You just lost at your own game, outgunned and outsmarted. Didn't think that was gonna go the way you thought it was. No. Ah! Ah!
That was something. Alright. Up next we have. Oh, actually, first I'd like to mention that we are streaming this, live streaming this. So if you have any family members who couldn't make it tonight, or anybody at all who can make it, you can rewatch this on the Oak Park YouTube channel. And now we have next up is Cassidy Shaw and Maya Robinson, who are both in grade 10, and they're doing a scene called We Are on a Break. Then it's Greta Pra, who's in grade 11, doing a scene called Judy's Speech. Judy is talking to an auditorium.
Next up, we have Rafa Moreno, who's in grade 11, doing I Am Cruella, and that is when Cruella is talking to her dead mother. Next, we have Kanae Johnson, who is also in grade 11, doing a slideshow, and it is a killer that is giving a presentation. Hope you enjoy.
Missed you.
I missed you too.
I was so nervous about that letter, but The way that you just owned up to everything, it really showed me how much you've grown.
I suppose.
Ross, give yourself some credit. I mean, my mom never thought this would work. It was all once a cheater, always a cheater.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish we hadn't lost those 4 months, but if time's what you needed to just gain a little perspective.
Rachel, we were on a break! And for the record, it took 2 people to break up this relationship.
Yeah, you and the girl from the coffee shop that yesterday you took full responsibility for?
I didn't know what I was taking responsibility for, okay? I didn't finish the whole letter.
What?
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
It was 5:30 in the morning and you had rambled on for 18 pages, front and back. Oh, and by the way, Y-O-U-R-E means you are. Y-O-U-R means your.
I can't believe I thought of getting back together with you. We are so over.
Fine by me.
And those little spelling tips will come in handy when you're at home on Saturday, playing Scrabble with Monica. I just feel sorry for all the sleep you're gonna lose thinking about me.
Oh, don't worry about me losing sleep. I still have your letter.
Just so you know, it isn't that common, it doesn't happen to every guy, and it is a big deal!
When I was a kid, I thought Zootopia was this perfect place where everyone got along and anyone could be anything. Turns out, real life is a little bit more complicated than that. Real life is messy. We all have limitations. We all make mistakes and, hey, glass half full. We all have a lot in common. And the more we try to understand one another, the more exceptional each of us will be. But we have to try. So no matter what kind of animal you are, from our biggest elephant to our first fox, you have to try. And you have to recognize that change, it starts with you. It starts with me. It starts with all of us.
Today is a confusing day. My nemesis is my real mother. And she killed my other mother. I guess you were always scared, weren't you? That I'd be a psycho like my real mom? That explains all the tone it down, try and fit in stuff. And I tried. I really tried. Because I loved you. But the thing is, I'm not Sweet Stella. I never was. I'm Grella, born
bad, born brilliant, and a little bit mad. Don't worry. I'm not like her. I'm better. Anyways, mustache matches to avenge, revenge, and destroy. But I do love you. Always.
I don't like hurting anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone. Just sometimes people won't listen. And so I have to use persuasion and slideshows. My parents, Shauna and Dave, loving, doting, kind, or were they? All I ever wanted was a ballerina Barbie and a pretty pink tutu. My birthday, I was 10. And there I was expecting my ballerina Barbie. And you know what they got me? A Malibu Barbie. That's not who I was. I was a ballerina. I was graceful, delicate. I wasn't this monstrous Barbie. They had to go. Then, there was my first husband, the heart surgeon. All day long, coronaries, transplants. What about me? Sorry about dinner, Deb. The Pope had a cold. Oh yeah? Transplant this! Then, there was my second husband, the senator. He loved his state. He loved his country. But what about me? No Mercedes this year, Debbie. We have to set an example. Oh yeah? Set this! Then, there was my last husband, my late husband, Fester, and his adorable little family. You guys took me in. You accepted me. But did any of you love me? And I mean really love me? So I killed, so I maimed. Aren't I a human being? Don't I yearn and ache and shop? Don't I deserve love and jewelry? So fun having a slideshow in there. Wasn't expecting that. Next up we have Juliana Leroux, and let's see, Juliana is doing a monologue called Catherine Called Birdie, which is Catherine talks to a lady in waiting. Up next we'll have Miguel Domingo and Eric Schabel, who are both in grade 9, doing a scene from It. I am going to warn you guys that there is quite a loud sound effect in this one, because it is a boy meeting something scary.
And after that, we have a monologue from Zara and Top, who's in grade 12. It's from The Last of Us TV show, where Joel asks his brother Tommy for help. See how that goes. Good luck.
I freed the pigs, but I am not ashamed. They were only going to the slaughter anyways, and I will not allow another animal to live a life of captivity like mine. But I have a matter far more pressing. Perkin has told me how babies are made, and I think I shall perish with revulsion. How am I meant to move on after learning something like this? A man will take a heated iron poker, a heated one, shove it up my nose till there's room big enough for his whole thumb. After which, he will press seeds into my brain, and they will trickle down my throat into my gut and take root from 9 months until a baby pops out of my bum. No, no! Why are you laughing? I shall murder Perkin. I shall murder him, and he will bleed worse than if I were to stick a spike up his bum.
Where's my boat? Will's gonna kill me.
Hello, Jody. Lost something?
How did you get down there?
Me? Why, the storm, of course. It blew the circus away. It blew me away. It blew the circus away. Why don't you join the circus, Georgie?
Is there balloons?
There, balloons, oh yes. Indeed, there's balloons.
Can I have one?
Sure, George. Cotton candy with a beard.
So what's in the circus?
Cotton candy, oh yes, cotton candy, the British shit, and all the little boy could want, don't you, Georgie?
Yeah, I sure do. Do balloons float?
Oh, indeed they do, Georgie. Indeed they do. When you're done here with us, you'll float too. Here, Georgie, take it, Georgie. Will's gonna kill you. Georgie, take it, Georgie.
was Marlene. She hired us to smoke her to some fireflies. It went bad. Tess got bit. She made me swear to take the kid. It was her dying wish. What the hell was I supposed to do? We made it as far as KC, and then, you know, she saved my life there from another kid. 5 years ago, I would have destroyed him. But she had to shoot him to save me. 14 years old. Because I was too slow and too fucking deaf to hear him coming. I saw a man kill his own brother. Save her. Well, I just watched. And today I thought that dog was going to tear her apart because it smelled something on her. And all I did was stand there. I couldn't move. I couldn't think of anything to say. I was so afraid. You think I can still handle things, but I'm not who I was. I'm weak. Lately, there are these moments where the fear just pops out of nowhere and my heart feels like it's stopped. I have these dreams every night. I don't know, I can't remember. I just know that when I wake up, I've lost something. I'm failing in my sleep. That's all I do. That's all I've ever done is fail her. Again and again. I'm just gonna get her killed. I know it. I know it. I have to leave her. I mean, it's why you took off on me, right? To make up for all the things that we did? Well, here's your chance to bring your kid into a better world. You're younger than me. You're still strong. You said it yourself. You'll make it back. You have to take her. You can't tell anyone else about this. Not even Maria. Tommy, you're the only one I trust. If anyone else sees those bites on her, what's under her skin, they'll shoot her. This is the last thing I'll ever ask of you. I swear.
Yowzers, that was pretty good.
That it was. So that's all we have for tonight. So I wanted to say congratulations and good job to everyone who performed tonight. I think they did awesome. Thank you to all of you for coming out tonight and supporting everyone in drama and theater. It's getting pretty late. I think it's time we head out.
Bye for meow.
Bye for meow.